Dark and darker with that background would go hard, not gonna lie. Really? Okay. Of all the things? Okay. The guy in the background was a dark and darker viewer waiting for another stream. Shut up, dude. Don't you have the Vardorvis pet? Is this a rerun? I'm confused. Mods, drown him. Dude, I had like a flashback to that time where Jagex asked me to do a like League's relic reveal, and the relic was like just something about how like skilling can give you stackable clue scrolls or something. That was like the relic that they gave me to announce, quote unquote. And somebody was like, yeah, it was a horrible relic, but somebody was like saying like, yeah, so is it gonna be like tiered based on what trees you're chopping? And the first thing that I said was, yeah, maybe U is hard. And then I paused and just burst out laughing for like 5 minutes, and they have not had me do anything for them since. And I think about that a lot. And like, I'm not even kidding, bro. They have not reached out to me about anything ever since that one time. Something went horribly wrong. Quick word from today's sponsor. I recently found out I was being charged every single month for a Twitch subscription to a card shop simulator streamer. I guess I had subscribed and forgotten about it. And worst of all, every time I tuned in, this guy was playing some point and click MMO from like 20 years ago. Oh my God, wait. It's not real. Luckily, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I personally use Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions, streaming services, game memberships, that one baseball channel that I paid for my grandfather was visiting because I didn't want to have to talk to him. All canceled within the app, which saves me time and money. I spent my entire Twitch paycheck this month on decorating my office to be Halloween themed, and Rocket Money has been incredibly helpful in budgeting my spending so we can do Thanksgiving next month. Rocket Money can analyze your spending to create a custom budget that works with your lifestyle. This can automatically monitor your spending by category and give you notifications if you've exceeded your limits. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all the features, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/itswill or click the link in the description to get started for free. That's rocketmoney.com/itswill to get started for free. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Are you excited for the A's to come to Vegas? Oh yeah, dude, definitely. No, I don't really care. I'm sorry. I honestly wasn't really that. I mean, I would prefer if all the teams just stayed in Oakland, to be honest. I didn't want them to all move to me, you know? You know what I mean? Like the Raiders, they could have just stayed in Oakland. There was no reason to actually move. Maybe that's a bad take. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really watch baseball at all. I'm sorry. I'll probably go to a game at some point, but I don't really know. I was wearing my Oakland A's hat at the IKEA here in Las Vegas, and some really scary guy that was like yelling at some other guy about Christianity or something. I don't know. He was yelling at the guy he was there with, and then he like said, "Hey," and he like stopped me and he was like, "Love the hat, man." I was like, oh yeah, the A's are coming here next year. And he goes, no, I mean it. I love the hat. And I was like, I feel like he was trying to tell me something that I wasn't getting. What is that supposed to mean? It was a really weird interaction. Dude, just take the compliment. It was a scary experience. No, get over here. I really like that. Chasing me through the aisles. Remember your stream title was I Eated PP? No. Pretty sure Hannah changed it to that, and I screamed and instantly ran and to change it back, you know? No one even got a screenshot. It's not true, though. So you do remember? I mean, what are memories, really? No one really remembers anything. You're just, you know, remembering a quote-unquote remembering a version of what you perceive to have happened. It's all lies, anyways. None of that shit's real. It's whatever you want to believe, you know? Well, I believe that you're a good streamer. Well, in that case, I take it all back. Well, did you see what happened in Kenya today? Kenya lick my nuts? Did something happen or? I'm sorry. Will you do that Kenya joke like once a week? Kenya lick my nuts? Got him again. Holy shit. You just fell for that twice in a row? They never learn. Yo, well, I went to the doctor today. He said I was morbidly obese. Shit is looking up. Yeah, dude, I just went last week. He said that I have a convertible Lancer. I wasn't really sure what he meant by that. I was like, no, I don't. I drive a Subaru. Weird. What's one saw trap you could survive, and how would you survive it? I mean, in the earlier movies, they're pretty easy to survive. You know what I mean? You know, like, I don't know. Like the earlier movies, it's like, okay, you're like tied to a post and there's like a nerve toxin and you just have to like smash the handcuffs and get out of there or whatever, you know? And then the later movies, they're like, all right, either you die or you are permanently paralyzed. Good luck. The new ones, they're like, okay, you have to jump into a pool of needles to get a key. I don't know, man. I just feel like they kind of lost it they lost the sauce at a certain point where I'm like, I feel like this is just a bit much. I actually really liked the like Saw X, the new one. Cause like the whole like beginning of the movie, like the first like 30 minutes is like, it's like watching an episode of House or some shit, or like Grey's Anatomy. It's like just a medical drama about some guy who has cancer and they're like trying to help him. And then at one point they're like, what's the patient's name? And they're like, John Kramer. And then it just takes a turn where they're like scamming him on his cancer treatment. And then he kills all of the doctors. His name is Saw, looks at the camera. Same music that they've been using for 15 years starts playing. Is there an underlying story between the Saw movies? Oh yeah, dude. What's the detective guy's name? He's awesome. There is Hoffman. There is quite a story in between. But the thing about those movies is like they're basically made to like watch while you're half asleep or like mostly on your phone or something, because like it's like the movie plays, right? Then you like, you know, kind of builds up. You reach the climax of the movie, but then at the climax of the movie, they play this like same like Saw main theme, like this song. Like they play that and then they show you flashbacks from the movie that you just watched to basically like explain to you the like what happened basically. Like they like re-explain the whole movie every time and they're like, yeah, so in case you missed it, this character said this line and then this happened and then that led to this, which you're about to watch, and then the music plays and then they're like, so now this is happening, and then basically right as this part comes in, the climax of the movie happens, and then it's awesome, dude. It's made to be like watched while you're like on your phone the whole time. It's so sick. I've seen like almost all of them at this point. I tried to watch all of them and they just were so bad that I gave up, and that's saying something, because I watched all the Hellraisers and those are like bad after like 4. I refuse to watch the Spiral one because that one sounds like trash. That one is really bad. Pretty like an outlier in how bad it is. I don't know why they made Chris Rock star in that movie, like the Saw Spiral. He really is not very good at acting, I'll say. Spiral was so bad that I loved it. He was awful. Yeah, Chris Rock was like really bad. Like anytime he had to do like any sort of acting, it was like you could tell he kind of was like, you know, like when someone, it almost feels like they're like too cool to be there, you know? Like maybe if you've done like a skit in like school for some class, you know? It felt like that, where he didn't want to scream all the way in scenes where he was supposed to be screaming. And then he's also like workshopping like stand-up stuff in the movie. Like they just let him like talk while the characters aren't doing anything, and he'll just be like, yeah, I recently found out Pilates isn't real. My wife was just cheating on me. Bitch. And you're like, dude, there's a murderer after you right now. There's a guy trying to kill you right now. Like, I don't know. The Saw Spiral, man. I forgot that even existed until you said that. Classic, man. Didn't you destroy some guy the other day for saying Hellraiser was bad? He said the first one was bad, and that's just like insane. I love the first one and the second one. That's why I watched all of them. Like, I actually like love the lore and stuff. It's sick. Look, man, it's just a bad take to say that the first one is bad. I mean, it's just a great movie. Some classic horror right there. But what do you think is the most wrong that you've been about an OSRS update? I defended Nex when it came out. I remember that. I was like, guys, this shit just came out. Like, why are we like hating on it already? Like, I'm sure that like some new metas will be discovered and it'll be like an enjoyable way to farm this boss. My bad. Was there any content you were like, this looks bad, and then you were happily surprised? Hunter rumors, I guess. Like, I really was not expecting to enjoy those so much. I was like, oh, this seems like kind of a chore, but I think Hunter rumors is a really good update. How was the British baking show? Good. The dog is watching it. The dog's watching it. Some guy was crying. I don't know. Some bald dude was crying. His cake must have fucking sucked. Loser. Squeaks was crying. No, it wasn't Squeaks. Yeah, Squeaks was crying. He had to do 2 consecutive streams without a vacation. Tough time for him. He's really going through it, guys. Listen. Well, can you explain what skibbity means? No. I'm 28. It means I love you in Dinosaur. You ever play ATV Off-Road Fury? Dude, that game MX versus ATV, I remember just like some kid that I kind of knew, like, when it must have been like 10th grade, maybe 9th grade, but like I kind of knew him, and like we, you know, we're in the same Xbox Live party, just chatting, you know, like maybe 4 of us. Everyone left and it was just me and him, and he was playing that game, and he got so mad at it that he was like screaming at his TV. He was like, what the fuck? Just like screaming, like losing his shit. At one point he like spikes the headset, goes quiet, you know the controller was broken, and then he just like maybe 20 seconds of silence that he just left the Xbox Live party. So like I've never played that game, but I feel like I don't want to, I guess. His mom came in. Yeah. Bro, he's like screaming, like I can't even do an impression if I tried. Like, I've never seen someone rage at a video game in my life. Can you answer questions at the end of the stream, like a post-game press conference? Yes. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what the stream itself is, I guess. Do you think you need to change anything up when you play Scurious? The team doesn't seem that focused. No pet in 18 months. Okay, first of all, it's been 7 months. It's been like 6 months, maybe. Look, man, you know, I think the most important thing is we all just, you know, get back to practice and discuss those things internally, you know. It's a long season, and, you know, I think what matters is that we're all working hard and, you know, building chemistry, and, you know, as long as we hit our stride when playoffs come around, I think this team could really go places. Thank you. Stephen A. Smith is going to have a field day with this one.